Trev? Yes. You got something pouring out from underneath? Is it pouring out?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, is it?
It's literally pouring out.
Yeah, it is.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's fuel.
Well, something anyway.
Abort! Abort!
So, welcome along today. Today, me and Garath are at Goodwood Race Circuit. You going to say hello, Garath?
Hello, Garath.
And we've got invited along today from a friend of ours called Trevor Willard, and he owns an Ultima GTR. And he said, come along, take us out on the track, and we thought we'd do some filming here. So me and Gareth got here this morning, we've been around, done a few bits and pieces, and Trevor's just literally about to go out on the track. And there he is in the blue, it's the one with both doors up. He's just behind, I think that's a Jag there. But they're about to go out on the track, do a couple of laps, and I think maybe we will be able to see Trevor when he comes in, and me or Garath will probably go out in the car with him and we'll do a little ride along. Might be able to get some footage and some other, maybe chat to some other people who've got some cars here today. So Goodwood Racetrack, based in West Sussex, home of the Festival of Speed, Goodwood Revival Festival. Is it Goodwood Revival? Is that as well, isn't it? Yeah. So
Revival's at the track.
Ah, that's it. Yeah. So it's just basically a really nice day out today, and it's really hot, very hot. It's the Thursday that was very hot. That's all I need to say. So you'll be able to know when we film this, just by that description there. So I think they're about to sort of go out. You can see everything. We're just waiting for the all clear. There we go.
Where's your pouch, Chris?
Hey? You want to know where my pouch is? Oh, it's down there. So this is it, I think we're moving. That's Trevor. That's such a lovely car. Lotus Evora. That abandoned Ferrari. we were here earlier on watching the first lot go, and all these cars went, and I think the guy had obviously lost track of time and he just left his Ferrari in the pit lane. We just heard over the radio there's an abandoned Ferrari in the pit lane. Just left the Ferrari in the pit lane. Sorry, my mistake. Left the Ferrari in the pit lane. Right. Okay, so they're out on track now. We'll oh no. Here they go, my mistake. Sounds so good. session has just finished. We're just on our way back now to go and see Trevor, who's probably very hot after his session, and we'll go and introduce him. There he is. So when Garath told me it was the Ultima GTR, I instantly had in my head a Nissan GTR, but an Ultima version of it. Which, I've said many times, I'm not up to speed on like necessarily my cars and everything. But then I saw the picture of it, I was like, okay. I'm back at the pads now with Trevor, and he's now going to sort of just tell us about the car, his reasons maybe why he's got the car, and just some information like that really. So yeah, so say hello to the audience, Trevor.
Hello audience.
Yeah.
Hi Chris.
So Trevor, so mine and Garath's business, Trevor comes down and he's, what are you there? You're the
Business development manager.
Business development manager, and comes in and we got on really well with him, and we I put both of us in the shop for this chat basically. So you come in the shop quite a bit, and we got chatting more. The more we got chatting, the more that we're sort of, you're not someone that just is just doing your job. You've actually got a real passion for cars, and it turns out that you've got this lovely beast. So yeah, just briefly run through, maybe how long you've had it and bits and pieces.
Ever since Ultima was first produced back in the 80s, I've always thought, I really want one of them. But could never afford one, of course. And over the years, I've had all sorts of different cars, and eventually had an opportunity to buy an Ultima.
Yeah.
I have to say, it was a close call between one of these and a Noble GTO 3.
I bet you're glad you went with this one, didn't you?
I am actually. Yeah. And I went for one with a bit of history as well. This is the very first GTR that was ever built by Ultima Sports back in '99. It sports a Knight racing engine, which is bored and stroked to 6.8 litres. Runs about 500 brake, just under 500.
So it's stroked and it's 6.8 litres.
Yeah, stroked and bored.
Stroked bored.
6.8 litres.
And what's the power?
It's just under 500 brake horsepower and just under 500 foot-pounds of torque.
So 500 brake horsepower, 500 foot-pounds of torque, and what's the weight?
Just over 900 kilograms.
900 kilograms.
Pretty light and pretty quick.
That's fast.
Yeah.
Which I'm hopefully going to find out later on, and I've already said to Trevor that I've got apprehensions of it. I'm not scared, but I'm going to be taking out my comfort zone, definitely. Are you going to look after me, Trevor?
Of course I will. Yeah, well, more important, I'm going to look after the car.
Yeah, that's it. Don't worry about me. It's like the car's more important.
That's right. Yeah. So it runs a Porsche transaxle, which is, I think it's an 02, 5-speed.
Yeah.
But it's very high, very tall geared. It will rev to 8,000 RPM, but there's no point because it's got a slightly mild cam in it. And it runs out off at around 5.7 now, which is fine.
So what do you sort of normally take it to on the track?
I'll change up at 5,000 normally.
Yeah.
So it's right on the peak.
Yeah, there's no point going beyond that because you're only sort of taking the engine into a higher territory, and if there's no gains there, then what's the point of going there? Is it?
It's no point. If you've got a long enough straight, then of course you would go a bit further in it. No need really. I've owned the car now for 12 years, which is quite a long time.
So how often do you get to come out and enjoy it on a track? Would you say not often enough?
Not often enough on my
And
a few times a year, that's all. Yeah.
It's quite hot today, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think I mentioned earlier on, so today, the film of this day, I'm just going to say it was the hot Thursday in July, and everyone will know what day that was. So imagine that the temps in that cockpit are they're quite up there, aren't they?
There's probably the 40s in there.
Jesus.
Yeah. A slight bit of airflow through the windows, as you can see.
Yep.
That's it. We have one facing forward, so
Does the passenger have one?
That passenger has one facing
Oh, that's all right.
So it flows through the car and out. Otherwise, it's just stifling in.
Yeah.
The screen acts like a magnifying glass as well when you're inside the car.
Yeah, I'll bet. So what's happening at the front then? What's around the front? Is that where the fuel cell is?
No, fuel cells at the back, just behind the.
Oh, here it is. There, look. I've been looking at it.
One either side, 7.5 gallon tank either side, which
so
doesn't
it's
last very long.
No, I bet. So, how often do you, if you max them out, how often you do like a track here? Have you sort of gone through half of that already, or?
Close to. I mean, I'll be getting a massive 3 to the gallon.
3 miles to the gallon.
3 miles to the gallon.
I worked out the mileage MPG of my MX-5 the other day, and I worked it out with sort of normal driving and the odd squirt. I was getting 25, which isn't too bad.
It's not bad, no.
It's not too bad, but it's a lot less than what it was before I did all my mods.
On a run, I can get about 11 or 12 together.
That's not too bad. So on the track, 3 mpg.
That's it.
That's
yeah.
respectable, that is.
But then
That's bragging rights, that is.
Yeah, well, it's a full race engine.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's a full race lamp. It's running a Holly NASCAR carburetor.
Yeah.
So you might as well have a bucket on there and just keep pouring it in. But it does the job. That's what it's
Let's
all
have a
about.
look at that, because that's on show at the top there, isn't it? So this is what that is a big air filter, isn't it?
It's a big old dustbin here, yeah.
So let's do some shots of the engine, because
So it's dry sumped.
dry sump. Okay, where's the? So there's your oil. Is that your oil cooler?
That's the oil cooler. The tank is at the back.
Oil cooler's there. And is that what that swell tank is there?
That tank here, you can just about see the pump down the bottom on the left, and the front of the engine there. Just about see
Yeah,
the oil
yeah, I
pump.
can see that with the AN lines on it. Because it's nice and snug, isn't it, up against the
Yeah,
wall there.
very much so, yeah.
So what's it like doing like maintenance on this? Is it sort of quite relatively straightforward and easy, or is there any things that you have to do and it's like, oh, I've got to do that again?
It looks really easy, and that was one of the buying decisions. I thought, oh, this looks quite easy to work on, but it never is.
No.
You know, whenever you actually start working on the car, you always come up against problems.
Changing the spark plugs doesn't look too bad though.
That's straightforward.
It doesn't look like it gets any easier than that, does it?
No. But I mean, even draining the oil is a real pain because it's dry sumped. So you got to drain it out of the tank.
So how does that work then? You have to run the pump at all? Or?
No, they don't know to run pumps. But you have to basically take the hoses off the suction hoses off the bottom of the sump as well.
Yeah.
So drain it out of the sump, drain it out of the tank, drain it out of the cooler. So it's just.
So that's a time-consuming job.
Yeah.
All worth it though, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
So as you can see, so what have you got in the cockpit here? Sort of so dial-wise and indicators, and not indicators, but indication warning lamps. What do you have to let you know if there is a potential problem?
Well, we've got our amp meter.
Yep.
Most importantly, oil pressure.
Yep.
Over here, water temperature.
Yep.
And of course, fuel gauge.
Yep.
But 2 fuel tanks, a manual switch to switch between the tanks over here.
Yeah.
And that, believe it or not, is the indicator switch.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, because you
That's the start button.
you can drive this on the road, can't you?
Yeah, it's road legal.
Yeah, it's road legal.
Yeah. So,
But as discussed before, it's not. It's quite
hard
quite a
work.
handful, isn't it?
It's hard work driving on the road, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, our roads in the southeast are pretty poor at the best of times.
Yeah.
And where this is set up for the track, it just fills every bump
Yeah.
and nook, and it wants a tram line and all the ruts. It's just, it's really hard work.
Yeah. See your pedal boxes down there. Nice. And then just at the front, you've got your rad, haven't you?
That's all we got in the front, basically. Rad, steering, suspension, and the battery down there as well.
Yeah, battery down there. Oh, nice. Well, thanks for the chat. And when are you next out?
A bit more history about it.
Oh, is there?
It's the first GTR that was built.
Yes.
So it actually featured as the factory demonstrator and
Yep.
prototype, and it was on Top Gear in 2000, driven by Tiffany Dell.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sideways Tiff, and I could have that footage somewhere.
So is there anything that anyone can go on YouTube and probably maybe clock something on?
You can start on YouTube because obviously it's a name.
But you've got
I've got a copy.
a
It's on my Facebook page.
right. Okay. Do you want to let everyone give them your info of your Facebook page?
I can't. Just search Trevor Willard.
Trevor Willard.
Or search Trevor Willard Racing because my website's still running. It's on there as well.
Yeah.
You can
All right.
download it.
So, if anyone is interested in more footage of what we're going to be doing today, go to Trevor's Facebook page. That's just Trevor Willard, as in WILLARD. Yeah, and there's more video footage of this Ultima going around the track. So yeah. So, are you back out in a minute? Are you? Or
Will be shortly once I've cooled down.
so, is there any chance of me and Garath jumping in with you?
Absolutely. Well, only one of you, I'm afraid, because there's only one passenger seat.
I'm not taking any laps.
I reckon you could probably you could get in the back here. Okay then, right. So
No problem. So yeah, we'll take you out very shortly.
Okay, so thanks for showing us around the car, Trevor, and the next footage will probably be us being scared in the car.
No worries.
Cheers.
Cheers, thank you.
So this Supra here, we were chatting to the guy earlier on, and forgive me, I can't remember his name now. I think it might have been Graham, not sure. We're hoping to have a bit more of a chat with him. We're going to go and I'll point it at me now. Yeah, we're going to go and do some filming in a minute and see if we can get some good footage of that Supra going around as well. Okay, here's the Supra. Sounds phenomenal. That Supra, we were chatting to the guy earlier, and I think he said it was 600 at the hubs horsepower. I think he's owned it for like 15 years, done many things with it, but it's a nice car. Oh, here we go, BMW 30 M3. Fast car in there, though. There's a really good assortment of cars here today. I haven't been to many track days, but I've been to enough to know that there's a very varied, nice clientele at a Goodwood track day. I did get asked, and there was one space left to put my MX-5 on the track, but I've only just finished the build, as everyone knows, and I have confidence in that it would have been okay, but it's just, I'm still doing a bit of a shakedown test with it. Here comes a Supra again, and I just didn't want to tempt fate, break something, because the wife would have divorced me. Nice. Oh, cooked it. That TVR, he was on that Supra's tail. I think he had the handling, but I don't think he had the power to get past it. The guy that was on that driving that Supra, he did tell me that he's at that Supra for quite a while, and he's also driven this track for some years as well, so he knows this track. I think that's the end of the session. So let's go back to the pits. I might go and see if we can have a chat to Supra guy. Apologies again, I'm sure his name was Graham, he did tell me, but I have forgotten. So let's go and see. Let's go see what's happening.
Oh, Trev. Yes. You got something pouring out from underneath.
Is it pouring out?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, is it?
It's literally pouring out.
Yeah, it is.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's fuel.
Well, something anyway. Sniff.
Abort! What's happened? Have you got a cut off?
Yeah,
I could smell fuel when you pulled up, but
It is fuel.
it's just because you turned the fuel pumps on, is it?
Yeah, is it off the pressure? Really? Yeah.
So as you can see, it's all action. You're doing a track day, no matter what car you've got, you always have issue. Is that just pressure from the heat?
Oh, right.
So just generally the ambient heat and temperature. Yes, just ambient heat temperature, expanding the fuel and it's just coming out the overflow. Hot Thursday. You're going to push the car out. Yeah, start it out there. I don't want to push somewhere where there's a problem.
Okay, Chris.
Nice knowing you, mate. Nice working with you.
I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah.
So hold these up when we're driving. So you had your arms.